Hey, what's up, guys? It's Joshua Laptu with Coldwell Banker Realty, your trusted source in real estate. Just wanted to quickly give y'all an update from over the weekend with what's going on in the marketplace. Here, I have a snapshot of the past 3 days. Well, going back to Friday to present. In total, and this is for all of North Texas, that's on the MLS, we had over 1,065 new listings come to market. 264 came back onto market. Right now, I know we're probably seeing a lot of headlines where they're talking about, homes coming back onto market because it failed to sell or because of whatever things might have happened. We'll get a little bit into more details behind some of the reasons why that's happening. The main thing is that a lot of homes are starting to get under contract with contingencies, and obviously with contingencies, if that doesn't or if it doesn't work out, then the home falls through and then it goes back onto the market. And we'll discuss that in just a second. In total, you had 778 homes that had price decreases, 98 homes that had price increases, and then with all the homes that we had going on this weekend, in total that went under contract, 22 of them had what's called a kickout option, which another term for that is a buyer's sell of their own home or a home sell contingency. Now, that is one of the things that we've been seeing more of more recently than some of the other contingencies. Now, there was 171 other homes that went under contract with additional contingencies. We are again seeing that a lot more. And then right now, if you fail to sell your home, then the contract falls through, it terminates, and the seller puts their home back onto the market. So we're seeing that a lot more right now with just what's going on. So just take that into consideration when you see some of the headlines that are saying, oh, homes are just not selling because of X, Y, and Z. A lot of it's from the contingencies versus some appraisals or issues with the house itself. So anyhow, other than that, 825 of the homes went under what's called option contract, which is the normal contract status that they'll go under once they have accepted an offer. Pretty unique here to North Texas and North Texas and Texas in general is that option period that gives the buyer the time to do some more due diligence, maybe having an inspection done, going through that inspection report with their realtor, and then negotiating based off of that or some other information that they have. And then with that option period, gives that buyer the unrestricted right to terminate if they can't come to an agreement with the sellers and still safeguarding your earnest money. I'm going to make another video going into more details about the specifics and the differences between option periods, earnest money, and then the contract in general. So definitely look out for that. If there's any questions that you have specifically, definitely don't hesitate to let me know what that is, and I'll be sure to address it. Getting back to it now, of all the homes that went under contract, we have 1,078 that also went into pending, right? So it's moved out of that contingency or out of that option period and is now in the process of just waiting to sell. That pending status is now going to be waiting on the lenders, the title, and all that stuff to get in order for it to finally close and for the buyers to move in and the sellers to move out. 822 homes closed over the past 3 days as well. There's been 79 homes that have expired. Another thing that we're seeing quite a bit right now, especially with the lack of inventory, is about a third of the homes that are available on the market are going to either get canceled, they're going to expire, going to be put on hold, and that many reasons for that. One of the big ones is there's still sellers out there today that are pricing the homes a little bit too high as far as realistically with what's going on in the market, their market value. Some of it is because people still think it's still 2020 and can get away with some of that. However, because of the market shift, various other reasons, that's not as much of the reality. It still is very competitive out there, and as far as, homes that have been on the market, some of y'all might have even experienced it, is that they're still coming off pretty quickly and it's pretty competitive. There's multiple offers, which we're seeing quite a bit and starting to ramp back up. There was also 125 homes that was canceled over the weekend, as well as 15 withdrawn and 84 that have been put on hold. Other than that, though, we have 168 that are in the coming soon status. So that'll be added to the inventory throughout the week. That is basically a snapshot, though, of the market activity over this past weekend. I want to share with you as well is some of the trends that we're also seeing. So this is going to be for the month of February. Is here we're looking at the median sales price, and this is for the entire MLS of North Texas as well. So median sales price right now for homes is sitting at $361,630, which has gone up by almost 2% of this time last year. So average home selling for just under $362,000. The price per square foot, which is another big thing that people are obviously looking at, is $185 per square foot, which is continuing the trend of increasing year over year, all the way back to, this shows for the past 3 years, but it goes back since 2019 as well. But average price per square foot, or the median, is $185 per square foot. Days on market, the big thing here, right now, it's about 39 days a home is sitting on the market before it's come under contract in some shape, way, or form. If you take a look back at 2022, we saw that the average days on market are 8. So it's pretty dramatic as far as the amount of days a home will sit on the market before it becomes under contract. With that said, and as many of you know, that 39, 40 days really isn't a long time when you take out the crazy past couple of years that we had with the boom and COVID and everything else that were causing all of the homes to go under contract within sometimes less than 24 hours. So anyhow, another dramatic thing to look at there is the plus 387.5% of last year. Just cracks me up because, again, anything from an increase from record-breaking lows as far as the days on market are going to look like a significant amount, especially for the increase. But again, 40 days is the average on all of North Texas here. Another important one I always like to point out is the percentage of the original listing price versus the price for what it's sold for. Right now, home sellers are getting about 95.9% of their asking price. That's down not too much from the previous 2 years, which were basically at 100%. And then if we look at month supply, we're sitting at about 2.3 months worth of supply of inventory, which is great. It's an increase, obviously, from the past year, which was at 1%. However, again, keep in mind that less than 2.5 months worth of supply of inventory still means that there is a massive shortage in availability, especially to meet the demand needs right now that we're experiencing here in North Texas, as well as the rest of the country. There's not a lot of places, if any, really, that you can see that there's an abundance of available inventory. So that'll continue to increase the competitiveness that we're seeing in the market, especially as buyers are starting to come to terms with the fact that the rates are where they're at the moment, and some of the other craziness and the after effects of all that has subsided. And if you still need a home, this is what you're going to be dealing with. Marry the house, date the rate. So anyhow, that's going to obviously contribute to the competitiveness, like I said. Another thing I like to show is the shows per a home or a listing is about 6.5%. So, 6.5 showings per a home. Before it goes to pending, you're looking at 13 homes. I'm sorry, 13 shows on a home before it comes under contract and pending status. Now, that isn't the most accurate because it's recording only what's been recorded through the MLS system. There's several different showing applications that brokers use in order to get buyers or potential buyers in and out of the door to look at a home, as well as it's not taking into consideration open houses. Over the past weekend, we've had open houses that have had 60 plus visitors come through, and some that have had, 5 visitors come through. So just take that into consideration. Other than that, that's all I have for you today. If you have, again, questions regarding a specific market, county, city, neighborhood, or in general, just let me know. I'd be happy to answer those questions for you. Until then, take care.